Stop playing. Let go of me. Let go of me.
Got it. I've tightened the script, removed extra spacing, and made the flow smoother and more compact while keeping the emotional, dramatic storytelling style intact. It had been building for a while, but nobody really thought it would go this far. On the outside, everything looked normal. Smiles at events, quick handshakes, polite conversations. But behind all of that, there was tension.
Down my whole life.
Right.
I had expectations, and everyone I had expectations let me down. And I didn't want this relationship ruined.
Did you tell her that?
I told
her that, but did you really mean that?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't mean it. I wanted to see if she'd take the exit.
Right.
Like if he giving me a like
If
sometimes
he give it out, I'm gonna take it.
Sometimes you give someone an out and see if they take it.
Yeah.
And if they take it, that's what they really want to happen.
Tension, the kind that doesn't just disappear no matter how much you ignore it. People close to both sides had already been whispering. They said the respect wasn't genuine. They said the energy had been off for a long time. Then suddenly, everything changed. A video dropped. Not just any video, but one people are now calling undeniable proof. The kind of footage that doesn't just tell a story, it exposes it. Within minutes, social media went crazy. Fans were shocked, confused, and honestly, some were just waiting for something like this to surface. Because deep down, people knew there was more going on. And what nobody expected was just how brutal and direct the moment would be once it was finally seen. Now the question isn't whether something happened. The question is, why did it get this far? To understand that, you have to go back, because situations like this don't explode overnight. They build slowly, quietly, in ways most people don't notice until it's too late.
Y'all might not know this stupid shit, but somebody really in the comments, the shade room is definitely always gonna have to, you're gonna get it, put that work in over there. But
Mendeecees has always carried himself with calm energy. Even when things get messy, he stays composed, choosing his words carefully. That's part of why people respect him. He doesn't move loudly, but when he speaks, it usually means something. Kirk, on the other hand, has always had a different energy, more outspoken, more reactive, the kind of person who doesn't mind addressing things publicly even when it might not be the best move. Over time, that difference started creating friction. At first, it was small. Little comments, subtle jabs, a line in an interview, a caption that felt a bit too specific. The kind of things that don't start drama immediately, but they sit there, building pressure. Then came that panel moment. What sounded like a simple comment about staying true at home didn't seem aggressive, but for those who knew the history, it felt personal.
The thing about that is, in the beginning, I didn't think she could do it, right? Because I know how clingy she was, right? And prior to me having this case,
very personal, because Kirk has been surrounded by rumors for years, stories about relationships and trust that people never really forgot. So when that comment was made, it didn't just float, it landed somewhere specific, and Kirk felt it. From that point on, things shifted. The energy wasn't just awkward, it became tense. Posts became sharper, words carried more weight. Both sides started responding without even saying names directly. But here's the twist. Behind the scenes, things were even more intense. Private conversations turned heated, voices raised, accusations thrown. Attempts to fix things only made it worse. Expectations weren't met, respect was questioned. Both sides felt misunderstood. That's when things crossed a line, because this stopped being about words and became about confrontation. The night everything happened wasn't supposed to be chaotic. It was an upscale event. Music, networking, good vibes. People dressed well, drinks flowing, conversations everywhere. No one expected what was about to happen. Mendeecees was already there, standing near the bar, talking casually, nothing unusual. Then Kirk walked in.
not even one time. You better know how to get through that motherfucker. You better know the path. Because as much as y'all want to talk, Kirk this, Kirk that, Kirk. Bro, how you think your grandmama made it and had your mama to have you?
And something about his energy felt different. He wasn't there to relax. He wasn't there to socialize. He was there for something specific. You could see it in how he moved. Focused, direct, no hesitation. His eyes locked onto Mendeecees almost immediately, and he walked straight towards him. People nearby started noticing, because when energies shift like that, you feel it. At first, it looked like a conversation was about to happen, just two men talking things out. But what nobody expected was how fast everything escalated. Words were exchanged, quick, sharp, heated, and then it happened. Not a push, not a warning, a punch. Clean, direct, no hesitation. The kind of moment that changes everything instantly. For a split second, the room froze. Then chaos followed. Voices got louder, security rushed in, people stepped back, others pulled out their phones. Mendeecees reacted, but not wildly. He didn't lose control. He defended himself, but it was clear he wasn't the one who started it. His movements felt reactive, not aggressive. And that detail would later matter, because for days after, the story being told publicly didn't match what actually happened. Kirk claimed something completely different. He said he felt threatened, that he acted in self-defense. At first, people didn't know what to believe. There was no clear proof, just different stories. And when that happens, people pick sides based on feelings. Some supported Kirk, others stood with Mendeecees. But the truth was still hidden until the video dropped. And when it did, everything changed. The footage showed everything clearly. The calm before the chaos, people talking, laughing. Then Kirk enters. You can see him scanning the room. You can see him spot Mendeecees, and without hesitation, he walks straight towards him. No one forced him. It was a decision, a clear one. There's a brief exchange. Tension is visible, something unresolved. And then Kirk throws the first punch. No confusion, no doubt. It's all there. That moment shifted everything, because now it wasn't about opinions, it was about evidence. The reaction online was instant. Clips went viral. People slowed it down, analyzed every frame, and the conclusion didn't match Kirk's story, not even close. What made it more intense was the timing, because by then, statements had already been made, claims had already spread, and now they were being challenged. But here's what nobody expected. The situation didn't calm down after the video. It got worse, because now people started asking deeper questions. Why approach him like that? Why escalate it publicly? And most importantly, was it intentional? That question changed everything, because now it wasn't about a fight, it was about intention. For Mendeecees, this wasn't just physical, it was about his name. Being labeled the aggressor when the truth showed otherwise, that hits deep. Imagine watching people debate your character while knowing they're wrong. That kind of pressure builds quietly, but strongly. His family felt it too. They had to watch everything unfold publicly, every opinion, every comment. That kind of exposure is exhausting. For Kirk, the impact was different, because once the video came out, the narrative shifted fast. People started questioning everything, past actions, past statements, patterns that suddenly looked different. And when public perception changes like that, it's hard to control. The pressure builds, the silence gets louder, and every move feels heavier. In the end, what makes this story powerful isn't just the fight, it's everything behind it. The tension that was ignored, the words left unresolved, the moment that could have gone differently but didn't. Because sometimes it's not one big decision that changes everything, it's a series of small ones. And by the time you realize where they's with you, it's already too late. Now, with the video out, people are seeing the truth, not the story they were told. And that kind of clarity can't be undone. But it leaves one big question behind. What happens next? Because moments like this don't just fade away, they leave marks on reputations, on relationships, and whether things get resolved or not, one thing is clear: the truth always finds its way out, no matter how long it takes.